All right, if you've got an 05 to 07 F150, doesn't matter if it's XL, XLT, whatever, with your odometer, and it's just all green blocks across the display, illuminated or not illuminated, I'm gonna show you how to fix that. What I'm not gonna show you how to do is disassemble it. If you don't know how to disassemble it, you probably shouldn't follow the next steps anyway. I always mark the needles on these F-150s in particular because there is no zero mark. It actually hangs out below the 20 kilometer an hour. I think in the US is 10 mile per hour start point. And so I just take some masking tape, put a little black mark with a marker on the end of the needle, and take it apart. Now, when you've got the PCB in your hand, what you have to do is you have to remove the odometer display. There's all these soldering points on the back here, and I use the Hawco solder sucker here. Pull all that solder off of there, and then I'll show you the next step. Now you want to be real careful when you remove this, because all those little tabs that we just desoldered, they're very thin and they're very delicate. So you just want to pull it kind of straight up like that. You see how those are all straight? That's going to be the hardest thing for you in this, is to not bend those when you're pulling it out, when you're putting it back in, and when you're resoldering it. So be very careful with this. Set this aside, and now you want to go and you want to reflow the solder on all these connections here. Now you need a very fine tip to take care of these. There's 8 solder points on that. I don't even know how many are on this. And then all these little resistors and RFDs, or whatever they're called, MOSFET. Anyway, you have to be very cautious when you're doing those, that you don't bridge any of the gaps or anything. If you don't have a pencil tip, and I mean a sharp solder point, you can maybe use a heat sink gun. I do have one of those. I don't like to use it because I like to add just a micro amount of solder to this. So we'll do that, and this will be fixed. Now I use one of these 835 rosin flux pens for all my connections, and I just go ahead and put that across every one of those. You don't want to breathe that in. So I've got a little fan right here that I just blow that out into the atmosphere that's indirectly in my lungs instead of directly. You can actually see on some of these connections where it is cracked solder joints. That's it. That's all you want to do. Don't mess with it anymore. Only touch it as little as possible. We clean off the rest of the residue left over just with a fine versatile toothbrush and a little bit of electric motive cleaner. Spray that down. Clean that off. Let that air dry. Now, before I reinstall the other piece, I'm going to go ahead and take my marker and just touch all the pads that we need to resolder. This is the fun part. Getting this thing back in without bending anything. So I'm going to set this up. Here, this will work. There. Now I can go ahead and install this into the board. It only goes in one way, so you don't really have to be super careful with making sure you remember how it came out. But I just kind of start in one corner and work my way around. And if any of the pins don't line up, I just touch them with my little spoon here until they do. And you just put a little bit of pressure on the actual display itself, and you'll find the ones that are interfering pretty quickly. And you can literally just ever so carefully. There we go. Okay, so my base is now in, but the top isn't. So I'm just gonna carefully come around this way, carefully set it down so I don't undo everything I just did. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take my little alignment tool and pull all those pins into their little spot. And this requires just some patience, a little bit of pressure, a little bit of patience. And again, you can kind of work from one side towards the end and just slowly, as you're moving them, you will find the ones that are holding you up from actually falling into place. It really helps to have one of these illuminated magnifying glasses as well, just so you can see what you're doing. We're getting real close to one that's a little off here. There we go. Okay. Those are all seated where they need to be. Now be careful turning this over, because this will try and fall out of there. So what I do, take a little masking tape, stick it to the board. Again, be very careful that you're not pulling it out. You just want to find something that will kind of hold that in place. Go ahead and lay it back over here as well. That's just enough to hold that in place, that as I flip this over, go to set it down, we can double check that all the pins are out, sticking through as far as they need to. Grab your solder and go to town. It's that simple. Now, because of the age of this unit, I'm going to go ahead and just resolder some of the other connectors that I know are weak points, even though I know that's not the issue with this one. This is just preventative maintenance for the future, where it's not going to come back with a different issue. So I'll go through and solder a few of the resistors that look like that one there, put it back together, and be good to go. So we've got two different locations that you can do this. One here in Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada-wide. You can send it here, we'll send it back to you, get you back on the road. The other place we do that is actually my son. He's a US citizen, lives in Rexburg, Idaho. He does them down there. So if you're in the United States, send them to him. We'll get you fixed up, send them back out to you. Thanks for watching.